Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Um, yeah, sorry to. Oh, where is it? Where is it? There we go. Um, Listen in
At
on Chungus's
11,000
stream.
euros.
Um, we're kind of double teaming this fundraiser, and
Guys, Renegade Chungus, me, 862 subscribers. Not 1,000, not 1,000, not thousands. 862 subscribers. Canty Luden, 396 subscribers, guys.
we're number
Fourth
4.
place.
You guys are number 4. Yeah, I don't know if you can notice, but you can see the emotion.
When I say I love you guys, I mean it. You guys are the best community I could possibly even imagine having.
And he's talking about you guys too.
This is insane, guys. We are in fourth place, guys. Can we stay there? Steve, another 10 euros. Steve, you're amazing.
So
21 euros from Kurt. Anonymous. GPB, I believe that's pounds, 26. Stephen Walsh, 100 for Canty. Guys, thank you. You know, I know it's tough. I'm in a bad spot right now. Not terrible, but I fucked up on my finances, so this month's going to be rough. And I have to take my kids out for fun. So I understand, but thank you so much for...
Yeah, he's speaking the truth there. Even more so for me. I have $154.36 for the rest of the month. That's food. That's gas in my vehicle. That's what I have for the month. I have a feeling I'm going to be dipping into my credit card just to get through this month. People in his chat were sitting there talking about being on Social Security. I am too. I know what it's like. I understand. There's an old saying, you can break a single stick, but you bundle us together and we are strong. Together we are strong. You don't need to donate the 500 euros. If you can donate 10, 5, whatever you can afford, even €1, or $1, or what have you. Of course, donations are coming through right now. $4.16. A hero donation, because I know that's probably a large percentage of what the Nomad has in their account. Steve Sane just going crazy. Kirk, love you, man. Anonymous from Great Britain. And that's just tonight. If anybody ever says you guys haven't made a difference, you guys have. Like he was talking, between me and Chungus, we have less than 1,300 subscribers. A lot of you are both here and over on Chungus's stream, like LJ was just saying. Um, so it's not even that. We're probably together we're under 1,000 subscribers as of individuals. And here we are kicking it with guys that have 50, 80, 90,000 subs. And we're holding fourth place. That speaks volume not only for Chungus and myself, but it speaks volumes for the people that we have in our community. You know, 1,000 people keeping up with Mercado Media, Ukraine Matters, Succumimus. And yeah, I put my stomach on the line with lemon shots, horseradish, soon to be escargot. I haven't been able to find snus in the stores near me. Next trip to Nebraska I'll check in the tobacco store on the reservation. You know, this is my second fundraiser with Cars for Ukraine. Chungus is first. We've raised just this channel, we've raised over 10,000 euros already. There's 4,600 on the last one. 6,144 right now on this one. That's a car. That's a truck. You guys did that. It's amazing what you guys do. And like I said, it doesn't take, one huge donation, one small donation multiplied by the 1,000 people becomes much bigger than anything you can imagine. So again, going on with Chungus's statement, I love you guys. Thank you for everything you do. Keep it up. I appreciate it so much. And with that, I was kind of hoping Chungus would come over and share this moment. Let me see how many people are watching. There's only 12 people watching right now. We got 12 likes as well. Nice even. Should I do the horseradish now or wait until Chungus's crew comes over? Yeah, fire weather warning in effect for me. I'm going to play it by ear, and once we get over 20 viewers, I'll do the spoonful of horseradish. Like I said, we're sitting at 12 viewers right now. So we'll just watch and wait and see how things go. And if we're not, we'll check in again after we get through the operational information for today. Wait till Chungus is done? Okay. Either that or he needs to come over here to and have his viewers watch too. I got him on a small screen, so keep an eye out for it. Anyways, getting into operational information as of 8 a.m. the morning of April 9th, 2025, regarding the Russian invasion. As always, ZCU starts the report with Glory to Ukraine. The 1,141st day of the large-scale armed aggression of the Russian Federation against Ukraine has begun. I'll have to look into that dark oblation. Like I said, I just got everything set up today for it, so I'm not really sure what it is. Let me bring that up in the background. Uh, come on. Yeah, I don't see what's going on there. See, share your link. Copy. Let me see if I can post it in chat and see if that makes any difference. Thank you for testing that out for me. Oh. Before I get too much further, we stopped there. I wanted to in case you guys have not seen it, posted a new short today. The chicks are getting big. You see, one's already starting to roost. I'm sorry, I can't help but smile watching these little gals. They're just starting to molt and get their they're just starting to molt and get their adult feathers in. So they're getting like a blue-green. You get to see some of my mess in my greenhouse. And get to zoom in, and that is my lettuce and spinach tray. They're going to be transferred over. The asparagus is growing. And I forgot to go down. Come on, go down. Okay, not. See if I could pause it. So these are there's watermelon in here. There's butternut squash, a couple other things, some cucumbers, some tomatoes. Got a few more things coming up. You see the Pepsi bottles. Let's see if I can. So these Pepsi bottles here, they have plants or seeds planted in them. So those will be put outside, and one of the first things put outside. Somewhat planted in the ground, and once they start going good, we'll take those out of the bottles and get them going as normal. So yeah, spring's starting to come together, planning starting to come together. But I wanted to show that off. I'm an easy person to make happy, as you can tell from the smile on my face. Unfortunately, not all the world is plants and chickens, because in total, 161 combat clashes were recorded over the past day in Ukraine. The enemy launched. Sorry, I need to get that back up behind the screen so I can see what Chungus is doing. The enemy launched 1 missile strike and 91 airstrikes on the positions of Ukrainian units and settlements. Russians used 3 missiles and dropped 162 guided aerial bombs. In addition, it carried out almost 4,900 artillery strikes. A significant drop from yesterday, almost 1,000 artillery strikes less today. Well, yesterday than the day before, I should say. But 100 of those strikes were from multiple launch rocket systems, MLRS. Russia also used 2,180 kamikaze drones to destroy, well, people and buildings in Ukraine. Russia carried out airstrikes on the settlements of Urodi, Tura, Prokrava, Miropilsky, Dmitrivka, Mala Urubitsi, and Krasnopilya in Sumy. Zora, Romanivka, Pokrovsk, Udachny, Zelený Kut, Bogatyr, Zirka, Toste, Voskreshenko in Donetsk, Novopavlivka, Serchevne in Dnipro, Guliopol in Zaporizhia, and Kozatsky in Kherson. Over the past day, aviation, missile troops, and artillery units of the Defense Forces of Ukraine struck 10 areas of concentration of personnel and equipment of the Russian invaders. Going to the deep state map and going into the individual directions in Kharkiv direction. Our troops repelled 3 enemy attacks in the Voschansk area. Moving over to the east to the Kupiansk direction. Defense forces repelled enemy assault actions near Stepova. Oh, I'm not sure I know where Stepova is. I hate to say that. Oh, probably because there's not supposed to be a comma here. Stepova Novosilka. And here in Zarazova. Sorry, sometimes you have to step away and look further down the road than just what's in front of you. Going to the south, to the Liman direction. The enemy attacked 17 times. He tried to advance near Hrivka, Katranivka, Nove, and Kolodazny. Moving to the Service direction. 4 enemy assaults in the directions of Hirohorivka, Bilogorivka, and in the area of Verkno-Kumansky were repelled by Ukrainian defenders in the Servisk direction. A lot of attacks for 3 or 4 towns. In Liman, but only 4 attacks in Servisk. Moving over to Kramatorsk, Khersovansk, Konstantinivka, Chasiv Yar. 6 clashes were recorded in the areas of Vaskulivka, which is here, Chasiv Yar, zooming in, Bilogora, and Krudimivka. I do have video of Chasiv Yar later in the stream, so you can see what that town looks like now. Moving over from Kramatorsk and Chasiv Yar to the Torets direction, where the enemy carried out 18 assaults near the cities of Ozenyarka, Toretsk, and Leonidivka. And the hottest direction, the Pokrovsk direction. Our defenders stopped 58 assaults and offensive actions of the Russians in the areas of, they're jumping all over again, it looks like, but I'll try to keep it as close as I can to reasonable scrolling. Kalinova, Yelizavetivka, Lisivka, Sevchenko, Zirozova, Udachny, Upensivka, Novo-Alexandrivka, Koltenyarka. Have to zoom in for Bogdanivka, and coming all the way to the southern end of the Pokrovsk area, Andrivka. That is all the Pokrovsk direction. Coming over from Pokrovsk to the Novopavlivka direction. The defense forces repelled 13 attacks near Constantinople, Rozlive, Dniproenergia, and Berlatsky. Heading over to the Huliopol direction, with Huliopol being way down here, but the attacks happening up in this area. 3 attacks towards Volhyny Pol and Berlatsky area. So basically right next door to Novopavlivka direction. Moving over from Huliopol to Orhiv direction. Our defenders repelled 4 enemy assaults near Stepovoy and Lobkova. Stepova and Lobkova. I don't know why that was so hard for me to pronounce. They're fairly easy names to say. No clashes were recorded in the Dniprovsky area. It's very nice to see a lack of action by Russians in this area. In the operational zone in Kursk, let me scroll to the top here. So we get the invasion into Kursk here, here, and into Belgorod here. The defense forces of Ukraine repelled 25 attacks by the Russian invaders over the past day in the Kursk area. The enemy carried out 35 airstrikes using 50 guided aerial bombs and also carried out 323 artillery attacks on the positions of our troops. 7 of those attacks were from MLRSs. Zooming out, there has been no signs of the formation of enemy offensive groups in the Volyn or Polizia directions. Our soldiers continue to inflict significant losses in manpower and equipment on the occupation forces and are actively undermining the enemy's offensive potential in the rear. Oh, Papa Dutch, hey, good to see you. I did not go through and say hi to everybody. I need to do that after this. Goes into the losses. We'll cover that with the graphic here shortly. And as always, we end the report with join the defense forces. Razom переможемо. Slava Ukraina. Oh, scrolling back to the top, M35, Mitch, Mexigirl, Stephen Walsh, Dark Oblation, LJ, Pyro Kurt, Mexigirl, Andrew Petrie, Not Sherlock Holmes, Nikki Hill, The Real Vlad, Salt of the Red Earth, already read Dark Oblation, Papa Dutch, and I think I'm caught up with everybody that's chatting, and I need to go to live chat instead of top chat. Checking in, 17 concurrent viewers. So let's go to, and Chungus is still going watching TikTok, or is that something else now? I think it's TikTok. Good on him for doing TikTok. Oh, I was trying to show Chungus what a paddlefish is. This is a paddlefish. South Dakota man has landed the largest fish ever recorded by an angler in the state. 127 pounds, 9 ounce paddlefish. Chamberlain's not too far away from me. But yeah, that is a monster fish and yummy. Yeah, she's been doing a lot to help the channel grow, Papa Dutch, and I'm glad to see you here. I see you on a lot of other streams, so it's an interesting little community we have here. Interesting in a good way, I think. You'll have to excuse me because I go off on tangents and get distracted and other things, just like, the paddlefish. Before we grab the Russian losses for today, it is just Sumi under air alert at the current moment. Of course, there has been air alerts throughout the day, throughout Ukraine. It's just something that happens every day, unfortunately. I'm going to move this over to here So we can keep that on the side. And now I will go and grab. Yeah, Discord changed the way like the menu looks. Not how it works, just how it looks. So it's like having to find things again, and it's different. Total combat losses of the Russian Federation as of April 9th, 1,141 days of the full-scale invasion. Today, Russia lost 1,270 personnel, bringing the total up to 927,580. If you catch one while it's breeding, you can get about 2 pounds of eggs, a kilo of eggs off of one fish easily. Um, Papa Dutch saying is that's a bit light. How many sorties? Well, Russia only attacked 161 times today. Compare that with yesterday, 159 times. Go back even a day before. Oop, scrolling way too far. 165. So it's fairly average for like the last week of number of attacks. The only thing I can say is, it's only 20 less from yesterday. Yeah. So that's today. Here's yesterday. Day before that. So it's right in that area. Well, pretty common for this number of attacks. Russians lost 4 tanks yesterday, 10 armored personnel vehicles, 52 artillery systems, 1 anti-aircraft warfare system, 56 UAVs, and 118 vehicles. Since we're talking about the casualties, I know I've brought this up before, so anybody that's new, the normal convention with casualties is you have double the number of wounded versus those killed in action. But it's been playing out for Russia that it's the other way around. It is double the number killed than the ones wounded. So this 1,200 in casualties, that's likely 800 killed in action and 400 wounded. Yeah, this war is defying all normal thought processes and conventions that people assume about war. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. Check in to see how we're doing. 19 concurrent users. Check on Chungus. Talking about the Easter Pasenki fundraiser again. Getting more donations. Let me go through and see who the new donation is so I can say thank you for your donation. And it is an anonymous donation of 21 34 euros. So thank you, Anonymous, for your donation. Thank you for supporting Ukraine. I appreciate you very much. I don't think Sasquatch would be a fishing expedition. That's very much the case too, but it's also a case of the FPV drones. You know, used to be, oh, you got shot, you went and hid behind cover and got evacuated. Um, grenades would land further away, you get a little bit of shrapnel. No, you're getting direct hits now from FPVs. We've seen what the Russian logistics is. Scooters, bicycles, ATVs, donkeys, camels. You're not getting evacuated on some of that stuff. So now if you're hurt, you're left behind. And one of the more disturbing aspects of that is what's been dubbed Putin's last kiss. Is a lot, and I do mean a lot, of Russian soldiers, if they even get the slightest of injury or hit by a drone, yeah, they do the Putin's last kiss and just end themselves. It's Seorusieni. This is Russia. That's how they do it, I guess. Seeing on the air alert map, Kharkiv just came under air alert. Yeah, we saw a video of that yesterday where, I stopped the video before the shooting part, but you saw the video, guy laying down, hands up, begging the guys not to shoot him, don't shoot me, don't shoot me. And then, yeah, it's not just the tech, it's the mentality, it's a lot of other things. There was a case, was it Friday or was it Thursday? Anyways, last week there was a video that I watched. I didn't play it on here because of the horrific views it showed. Let's just say Hamburger Hill had nothing on this one. A bunch of wounded soldiers on crutches, canes, were being sent on a meat wave attack to the next tree line. They stepped out, a Ukrainian drone came by, didn't even attack them yet, just hovered there. It was like, come on. I got something for you as soon as you step out the tree line, basically. And they started to turn back, and you saw the Russians behind them pull up their guns and threaten them that if they didn't go forward, they were going to get shot. So they turned around again, started heading towards the tree line. The Ukrainian drone came in, hit like 2 of them, and the rest turned back, started running back towards their tree line, and the Russians in the tree line opened up on them. I mean, that's Russian army for you. Is there a dark mode for this? Oh, I know what I want to bring up for the other screen. Many of you may or may not know, I got my NAFO fella a couple days ago. And we're going to put my NAFO fella So this is going to be our background for today as we go and head to Zelensky's official channel. Story from early this morning. And unfortunately, Telegram's not letting me translate anymore. Today alone, for the second time, due to threat of Russian ballistic missiles, air raids were sounded in most regions and in Kyiv. During the day, new bomb and missile strikes were launched against Sumy and Donetsk. During this day, the Russians have already used 55 strike drones against Ukraine, most of them Shaheeds. Remember, Shaheeds are from Iran. You know, who else does Iran support? The Houthis. Oh, yeah, huh? You know, someone tell Donald that. They were targeted strikes on Dnipro and Kharkiv, on communities in Sumy and Donetsk. Ordinary houses, civilian infrastructure, shops, a medical clinic, a gas pipeline were damaged. Unfortunately, a significant number of victims, 11 people were taken to hospital in Dnipro and Kharkiv. In Kramatorsk, Donetsk region, a child was injured by the Russian strike, a girl 11 years old. In the village of Kolodazny, Kharkiv region, Russians dropped an FPV drone on the village council building right during the delivery of humanitarian aid. Everyone is being provided with necessary assistance. Thank you to our doctors, emergency and municipal services, police, and the State Emergency Service of Ukraine. Only in unity can we protect life from such constant Russian terror. And that is why we need to support the partners to save. That is why we need the support of partners to save as many people as possible from these constant Russian strikes. The war does not subside with talks and statements. Moscow ignores diplomacy because it believes it can afford to. We need to increase pressure on Russia. It is necessary for the strikes to stop, and this depends on the decisions of the United States, Europe, and all partners in the world who really want to stop the war. That was Zelensky's statement early this morning to these images. Elegant in appearance.
На данный час отметим 6.
These are the unsung heroes, in my opinion. They're doing this work trying to save businesses, homes, and people while under the constant threat of one of Russia's standard tactics of double tap. Waiting a half hour for the emergency services to arrive and then hitting that same spot again. So kudos and hats off to the rescue workers in Ukraine. And released a video. I have it linked later that has the English translation, so I'm going to skip the Chinese connection for now and come back to it after Zelensky's speech for today.
Дорогі українці, українки, головне за цей день. Був військовий кабінет, ґрунтовні доповіді, Сирський, Гнатов, Драпати. Всі напрямки, всі частини фронту, наші позиції, необхідне постачання, комплектування. Максимум можливого для стабілізації ситуації, для наших активних дій і для нашої активної дипломатії. Також сьогодні обговорили з міністром оборони України підготовку до Рамштайну, який запланований на п'ятницю. Пріоритет номер 1 – протиповітряна оборона. Передусім, протиракетна оборона, проти балістики. Україні потрібно щонайменше 10 систем, достатньо ефективних саме проти російських балістичних ракет. Патріоти роблять це найкраще. Ми говорили неодноразово з американською стороною, з усіма в Європі, хто здатен допомогти. Ми розраховуємо на рішення. Тільки за цей день вже було кілька повітряних тривог по країні через загрозу балістики. В частині нашої країни люди фактично постійно живуть під загрозою таких ударів. І зараз у світі є дефіцит лише політичних рішень для захисту життя, а не самих систем. Дефіцит. Системи у світі є, навіть патріотів достатньо, щоб раз і назавжди гарантувати захист від російського терору. Але це рішення політиків, це рішення партнерів. Другий пріоритет на Рамштайні – це конкретне опрацювання незмінності підтримки в цьому році. Стабільність та передбачуваність допомоги для України – це те, що розчаровує агресора і реально стимулює до дипломатії. Потрібно знищити цю спокусу у Путіна, коли він сподівається, що підтримка України зникне. Не зникне. Підтримка буде продовжуватись. Нам потрібен цей сигнал і незмінне постачання оборонної допомоги. Сьогодні ж міністр закордонних справ України доповідав щодо своєї поїздки у Кривий Ріг на місце жорстокого удару просто по дітях, по людях, по звичайній міській вулиці. Були в цій поїздці представники 32 держав, посли та керівники місій. Я дякую кожній країні, кожному дипломату за такий прояв підтримки. Важливо, щоб світ бачив, що реально відбувається. І ще одне. Служба безпеки України здійснює перші процесуальні дії із полоненими громадянами Китаю. Вони в Києві спілкуються зі слідчими, дають інформацію про те, як опинились на фронті, як стали учасниками цього міжнародного злочину, цієї російської війни проти України. Ми маємо інформацію також і щодо інших громадян КНР у складі російської армії з іменами, прізвищами та описом конкретних шляхів потрапляння таких солдатів в російський окупаційний контингент. Дипломатичними каналами ми доведемо необхідну інформацію до китайської сторони. І, звісно, до кожного у світі, хто чув, як в Пекіні говорили, що не можна розпалювати цю війну ще більше і розширювати її масштаб. Залучення ще й громадян Китаю у цю війну – це точно розпалення більшої проблеми. І на це потрібно абсолютно принципово реагувати. Посилювати окупаційний контингент і говорити про мир – це взаємовиключні речі. Очікуємо також і на принциповість партнерів, на принциповість в підтримці України. Дякую всім, хто дійсно все робить, щоб справедливо завершити війну тривалим миром. Дякую нашим воїнам. Слава Україні!
Героям слава. And yes, I point this out every time.
Все
I thank everyone who is truly doing everything
робить, щоб
to
справедливо
end this war
завершити
justly with
війну.
lasting peace.
Тривалим
That's you guys. You know, there's a lot of trolls going around saying, you know, your support doesn't mean anything. It means a lot more than you realize. We don't get to see the end results a lot of times of what we do. We don't get to see how the drones we got for Viper help his unit avoid ambushes. We don't see the results of the drones that we got for was it the 85th or 84th Brigade. We don't see how those adjust artillery fire. We don't get to see that stuff. It happens, but we just don't get to see it. Your support, your donations, sharing these videos, subscribing to channels, it all helps. So it's hard to put into words because it's not something we always get to see. So I want to make sure that, yes, when Zelensky sits there and says, thank you for your support, I want you guys to know he is thanking you. Maybe not calling you out by name, but he knows, he sees what individual donations do for his boys, his men, his people on the front, not only his people in the rear, the civilians. He sees it. He knows what you guys are doing, and that's why he makes it a point to say thank you to everybody that is helping Ukraine every time he does one of these presentations. That's why I try to make sure I say hello and thank you to each one of you that donates, and give you guys a bit of a preview as I scroll back up and keep chatting. Yeah, keep chatting. I lost my train of thought. Here we are at the beginning of the day with the drones from last night. Russia launched 55 UAVs. 32 were shot down. 8 were lost due to electronic warfare and other means. 15 drones reached their targets, unfortunately. As a result of this drone attack, Kharkiv, Dnipro suffered as a result of the attack. The photo is from social media networks about these results. We saw this photo before. I showed this last night on stream. As we were ending the stream, the sun was coming up in Ukraine, and information was just starting to come in. The number of victims in Dnipro region due to attack by Russian UAVs has increased to 15. Private homes, high-rise buildings, cars were damaged. There is destruction on the territory of several enterprises. These are just 2 of the images from Dnipro early yesterday morning. Operators of the 3rd Special Forces Regiment cleared part of the settlement from the occupiers. During the operation, the group entered the village and checked all buildings and shelters. During the sweep, several Russians were destroyed and communication equipment was seized. Here's the video.
По посадке рук. FPV-шка. В укрытие.
I wouldn't say the exact amount, Mexi, but he sees what it's done for several units. Multiply that by all the fundraising it's done. He knows what private funding has done for him.
По посадке рук. По посадке рук.
Давай, давай.
FPV-шка.
Well, it looks like we're losing viewers, so after this video we'll do the horseradish.
Аккуратно. Вон побежал через поле сюда в посадку в левую. Что там? Все, отходим чисто. Смотри, мы зачистили все. Но мы нашумели. Я предлагаю зайти на сразу 2 СП по Сиракузу. Прием.
Yeah. Now that the video's over, I can speak more on this. The units have to, like any aid that comes into Ukraine has to be accounted for. So, I mean, it's probably a report that sits on his desk every day that today this much came in to this unit. Each unit has to file a report that, yes, so much money was donated to us. We used it to buy this. And there probably isn't a total, like today, so and so, this much was donated, but you sit there and you could watch the reports and know that there's a lot of help coming in from private individuals. I may see lighter now. Happy hubcaps. Okay, I'm not sure what that means, Papa. Let me go and tell Chungus. Oh, geez, I'm way behind on the chat. Over there. See if he says anything.
Before, back in September, I had a story about a man and a woman here were arrested on very serious child abuse charges. I was at her court hearing on Friday, and her defense attorney mentioned in court that she had immigration issues. Now, we don't know if ICE was here looking for either one of those people or if they were looking for someone else. Back to you now in the studio.
I can keep that.
All right, still a lot of things to just sort out and figure out. I know a lot of questions for the people who live there as well. Julie Carey, thank you for bringing us up.
The way they end that news broadcast is so cringe. Lot to sort out. There's a lot to sort out. Fuck, it's so cringe.
See if he
When are we
answers
gonna
me.
get to the point in our world where we just realize there's good and bad people? Like, what happened to that? Like, why did they need like a real ID to be good people? Where have we gone? Where have we gone as a society?
Okay, well, he doesn't see. He's reading the chat now.
We used to be so great.
Yeah, used to is a key word there.
Alright, Elon, people weren't exactly...
Okay, I can't do even the imitation Trump voice, so apparently he's not going to come over. So I'm going to go full cam. And then, yes, I have to adjust the cam so you guys can see my ugly mug. And it is that time of the stream. Time to clear out the sinuses. Oh, God. My eyes are already watering. I vaguely remember that quote, Papa Dutch. I'm just not sure. Oh, I got a treat. I gave myself a treat today. Oh, I'll get to that after a horseradish. So, get this off the screen. Oh, so let me talk about this really quick. 6,305 are already 300 on the way to the next horseradish challenge. Means a few more donations have come in. Just waiting for my sinuses to clear out so I could breathe while I'm trying not to touch my mouth with anything, even air. So Warren Jacobs, wheels got to come from somewhere. I guess that's on from Chungus's stream. Love you, Chungus. I hear you from an anonymous. 20 euros. Jamie Kupelman, 20 euros. Anonymous, 21 euros. Anonymous, donating what they can. Steve Sane, Kurt, thank you. And Anonymous. Those are all the donations for today, getting us well on our way to the next spoonful of horseradish. So, yeah, I can't. There's a lot of ways I can't help. I'm on Social Security myself, disability income. It's very hard for me to keep up with other donors, so I do wild and crazy things to get you guys to donate. Here's one of them. So, to Ukraine, to you guys, you folks, and I'm just seeing on my screen that half of Ukraine is now under air alert. So, to Ukrainians, stay strong. We support you. And we're doing what we can to get you what you need. I'm sorry for my government being foolish. And yes, I'm just trying to delay eating this right now. Now, definitely clearing your sinuses out. Salut. Oh crap, I don't have anything to drink. Breathe through the nose, breathe through the nose. It hurts when you breathe through your mouth. Oh. I need a new piece of water. I only got 2 left. I'm trying to see myself in the stream, but I should look here, but you know what? I'll just move this here. There we go. That's a little more than a little hot. Just a little bit. Yeah, I think I am building up resistance to it. It is not as bad as like the first one was. So hopefully this year I can get a decent jalapeno harvest and I can make pickled jalapenos this fall. These noses are clean. It's not so much the taste, it's the heat. Normally when you eat something like a hot pepper, you can kind of like move it around on your tongue to like spread out the heat. This, because it's so finely shredded, it just spreads everywhere. So like my entire mouth is on fire all at once. How about the pipes though? I used to do aquaponics, Prop Dutch. With tilapia. Um, I don't know what that is, Nura, so probably not. Chungus is raiding. Oh, they just missed out on the horseradish, but not the after effects. Oh, yeesh, I need a trim. Oh, oh, I'm sorry for the burp, but oh my God. Oh man. Now I know what it feels like to be a dragging. I burped fire. Oh, oh. Okay, that's a new experience. Because I've always like swallowed it before and like, going down the throat, no problem. But that burp kind of like, you know, like burps sometimes do, brought some back. And now my throat's on fire. Oh. Oh man. Hello everybody from Chungus's stream. Okay, now that spoonful of horseradish was for 6,000. I ordered the escargot. It should be here Friday or Saturday. So if we do not hit 7,000 before then, the 7,000 will be horseradish again, or it will be the escargot when it gets here. I am on stream. Yeah, okay. Oh, God, my throat. Okay, I need to stop talking for a little bit, so let's go back to the videos. Here is the next one from the 81st Self-Propelled Artillery Regiment. Oh, the video ended. Okay, that was a short video. Did I just list this video? Yeah, I did. that's the problem with me doing videos after last night and then today. I forget what I posted before and repost it. So here is a small video from Third Assault. A clear and technical sweep of Kharkiv region by Third Assault. I don't know what this is going to do, but I'm putting an emergency in this water, and hopefully the bubble fizz whatever will help. Oh. Oh, did I never send that video from K2? No, we just watched the Third Assault. Let me get back up there. Oh, there we go. The Third Assault video. Here we go. Russia spent millions securing their border in Belgorod. Tell you one thing, it doesn't taste as good. They strengthen all borders to prevent a second breakthrough elsewhere after the invasion into Kursk. In the Belgorod region alone, 10 billion rubles were spent on modern and reliable fortifications. Here's what the 225th Brigade thought of. So 225th just rolling through Russia's 10 billion rubles of defense. And interrogation of the Chinese by the SBU. We are clarifying all the facts regarding the presence of these and other Chinese citizens in the Russian occupation army. Here's the video, and this is with English subtitles.
你有没有参加战斗行为对于乌克兰军人？
这是我第一次出任务，也是当时就是我第一次经历战斗。我没有，我自始至终都没有开过一个枪。
Це був мій перший вихід, перше бойове завдання. До цього я не брав участь у бойових завданнях, і до того, як я потрапив туди, я ніколи не тримав зброю в руках. А яка у вас була зброя? Є в шматян.
用个 AK-74.
АК-74. Хто з вами був разом, скільки у вас людей було? Наших ні кіншей зайці. 几个人？
我们是两个
Hey there,
人。
Mertzi.
В той момент нас було двоє. Хто це був? Чи ще й?
是一个俄罗斯人。
Росіяни.
我叫王广军，
Ван Гуандзюн. Мене звати Ван Гуандзюн. Я громадянин Китаю. Яка шанда?
中国河南省。
Джанчжоу. Я з провінції Хенань, місто Джанчжоу, мені 34 роки, і я зараз знаходжусь в Україні в полоні. В якому складі ми здавали? 你们原来有小队有5个人，对吗？2个俄罗斯人，3个中国人，对吗？俄罗斯人队小队长死了，对吗？
他是我刚才讲你可能没听明白啊，是我们不是散了吗？走散了啊，我们只有我和边女走在了一起，另外3个人有2个中国人，1个外国人，他们去到了不知道是什么地方。我们又遇到了另外2个第10队的，我们是4队，他们是10队。我们在半路的荒野中遇到了。
那时候你是一个中国人，还有
3个，
还有3个俄罗斯人。
对，3个俄罗斯，就临时组的，然后就不知道什么情况就开始。
这个3个俄罗斯人其中有没有你的小队的人？
就边女，就他带着我投降的。
And I'm just wondering what happened to the subtitles.
我也不知道是死了还是。
Вони здавались втрьох. Це зам командира, який Пенч, якось так. Інші росіяни, вони його знайшли десь по дорозі, бо всі розбігалися хаотично. Ще 2 китайців вони загубили десь.
А як ви кажете, що українці допомогли, врятували вам життя, що ви маєте на увазі?
你说乌克兰人救了你，怎么救了？
就是俄罗斯往那个地堡里面投催泪。
Tone's asking, what did I eat? Oh. It's like learning how to dock in a space game. Homemade horseradish.
催泪瓦斯然后
这是化学还是什么？
烟雾很浓很呛，很窒息的烟雾。然后我不知道如何躲避，我就傻傻的待在那里。然后我感觉我已经要窒息了，然后乌克兰的战士已经跑出去，他又下来拉着我的领子，把我给拽了上去。但是在拽的过程当中，我已经昏迷了。
Поміла,
就昏迷了。
Врятували таким чином, що
In the following way, when he had already surrendered, the Russians dropped some kind of explosives with gas on them. He was in a shelter inhaling this gas. He thought he was going to die, but a Ukrainian serviceman rushed in and dragged him out by the scruff of the neck, and after that, he lost consciousness. So, again, yeah, the escargot has not arrived yet. So I did horseradish again for this 6,000. We were just sitting here watching, well, not only my nose and mouth burn, but my throat as well. But watching the interviews with the Chinese citizens who were captured in Ukraine fighting for Russia. Okay, let me just make sure I don't want to. Okay, this doesn't give away names, but
The girls have gotten a lot bigger.
that was a video I sent to my friends in Kiev, along with a picture of my raspberries. Just thought I'd share that too. Zip 5? Yeah. No, when I was showing the trying to show the horseradish, I was like, it was like playing a docking game. Oh, no, no, wrong way. Well, the air alert in Kyiv City is over. Oh, you see all the others drop off. Kyiv region still going. Zaporizhia, Dnipro, Donetsk, Kharkiv, and Sumy. Kyiv just dropped off. If you pay for it and ship it here, Dangster, I'll do Surströmming, but I'm not paying what it takes to get Surströmming here. No, not down now. Down just to Kharkiv and Sumy. Why I say I'm not paying for it? Because this is what it costs to get Surströmming where I'm at. 46 bucks now. 50 from eBay. Yeah, I'm not sure I'd buy from eBay because you don't know what they've done, how long they've had it, whether they've stored it properly or not. So yeah, 46 bucks for a can that cost about $2 in Sweden. Let me check to see if this gives away any information I don't want to share. Yeah, it gives away too much information. But I will show this part of it. Your trip confirmation, FSD to Warsaw, your itinerary, airlines home issued. April 9th, today. Your flight to Warsaw is now $950. I actually paid even less than that. So yeah, if you ever do want to book a flight, let's say, what's a popular city? Let's go Las Vegas to Warsaw. So if you ever wanted to go to Ukraine, catch the train in Warsaw to Lviv or Kyiv. You know, 1,700, 1,400. But if you plan it out a little bit in advance, say leaving next month, you can get it down to about 700, 650, 640. It won't get much lower than that. Come on, load in. Unless you book it several months out. So let's say August to November. Go back here to August. And you see the flights start dropping. So 577, 602. I got my flight for 580. A little bit more than this, but I'm going to stop over in the areas I like. Oh, Sumy and Kharkiv are off of Air Alert. So if you plan a couple months out in advance, you can get flights for almost a third of what you'd normally pay. So there you go. Round trip from Las Vegas to Warsaw for $577. It's a great way. Google Flights does an amazing job. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Come on, load in. Let's just go with the 653. It takes a little bit of playing around, but you can get really good flights. And here you can go from Las Vegas to Warsaw for $582. Las Vegas to Chicago, Chicago to Heathrow, London Heathrow, London Heathrow to Warsaw. Oh. Shit. Or the return trip, Warsaw to Helsinki, Helsinki to Dallas, Dallas to Las Vegas. So if you're going to plan a flight, try to plan it out a couple months in advance because it can save you quite a bit of money on the airfare. Papa Dutch says Sturstrumming tins, the large size, if given a pressure fuse and deployed as a landmine, might be within the Geneva Convention. It is also biodegradable. The worms would love it. Oh, 25-year-old Surströmming. Ugh. Yeah, I just, that's not only, it's just that price. I can't get past that price. I'm on disability. I get a check for the beginning of the month. The flights booked through the airline. Google's just a search for the flight. Here, I'll pull this back up. As you can see, the confirmation email came from American Airlines. So, yeah, and from YouTube, video is blocked in some territories. Yeah, I get copyrights on every live stream I do. But yeah, I would do the surf strumming, but that I just can't get past that price. Like I was saying, I'm on disability. I get a check at the beginning of the month. I have to pay all my bills, gas, food, blah, 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 blah off of that. And this month I have $154.36 left for stuff. By stuff, I mean food, gas in my vehicle, and if I want to go out and do anything, entertainment. All my bills are paid, but yeah, that's basically a third of what I have left this month to work with. I just can't do it. Yeah, and I've been yelled at enough that I did put in a Ko-Fi. The link is in the description below. I do not know if it's working. So let me pull the Ko-Fi over. So this is, I made the Ko-Fi page. Maybe it'll get used, maybe it won't. I don't know. It is what it is. But this all started because people asked me to stream while I was in Ukraine. My YouTube channel has grown from a handful of followers last year to what it is today. I am very thankful to you all for your support and encouragement. Our small group of loons has done wondrous things, from thermal imaging drones for Viper's unit and Rubriz unit, trucks for frontline soldiers directly supporting units, and through Cars for Ukraine, and so much more. So here I am looking for a way to keep that support going and growing. I cannot express how much I appreciate each and every one of you, and hope to be able to do more as we continue. So it is what it is. I'll do what I can. But several people asked for a way to do that, and oh shoot. Oh, let's just go YouTube. You, me, partridge in a pear tree. Mute. Okay, already muted. If you look in the description below, you will see this. Support Ukraine. Displaced Family Fund PayPal donations. Give Again UA. You'll see a picture. If you go to donate to that, you'll see a picture of me in Kyiv underneath the buffalo statue outside the Kyiv Zoo. C4U fundraiser, Cars for Ukraine. Link there. Transparency. This is a Google Docs form. Oh. Okay, I have to go back and fix that. That should be published so you guys could link it or see it. So let me do this. So when I fix that, you'll be able to go this and see this here. Just a reminder for me, this sheet is for transparency and should be available to the public. Do not put personal data here. current checking account balance, savings account balance, total fund. Ledger for donations that have been sent to me. These are user codes. 1000 is me. 1000 with 3 numbers after it, known users. 9000s are anonymous donations, and 9 with the number after it are known user, publicly anonymous. So, 1, 2, 3, 4 different donators. This is US dollars sent to me. The hryvnia conversion. Deposits into the Ukrainian bank account. Carry over from before public donations. The amounts from the conversions of donations. Donation to the truck for Rusba. Deposit into the savings. And go to the savings ledger. Start date March 10th. Tomorrow. I'll have to go and check the balance to see how much credit or how much interest has been paid and update this information. So I'm trying to be transparent with that part of it. Find me on other platforms, the Telegram, Blue Sky, and last, for a reason, if you want to support the channel, right now, the Ko-Fi link. I am working on a Discord. If we go back to me, go to posts. Weather has kept me inside most of the day, so I've been working on some behind the curtain things like the Ko-Fi link, as well as getting a Discord started. Discord is going to take me a little longer to go public as I try to figure out how to assign roles automatically. One of my gripes, should be gripes, with Discord is the overuse of @here and @everyone. So I want to have a special role. If you want notifications to get the you can get the notify role, and it will be @notify. If anybody's a Discord master and wants to help set up the server, let me know. Thanks in advance. So that's the stuff going on behind the curtain. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Do your prices come up to Norwegian prices now? I don't know what that means. Just ING, everyone? What's ING? What's ING? I don't... Oh, ping... No, I don't want to ping everybody. I do not want to be that person. Yeah, I know my way around spreadsheets. I get you now, Steve. Ping, ping, ping. What about the Pong? So yeah, that's some of the stuff I'm working on behind the lines, or behind the scenes. We just played that one. So back to the videos. Some drone. there's like some horseradish or something on my vocal cords, and every time I hit like a certain tone, my throat just goes on fire. Anyways, some drone on drone action for you. I'll keep that in mind, Vlad. Okay, don't make me laugh either. Oh, like right here. Some of the information that they found out from the interrogations of the Chinese. A Chinese prisoner taken by Ukrainian military during the fighting near Bilogorivka said he joined the Russian army through an intermediary in China and was paid 300,000 rubles, about 3,478 US dollars. The main motivation, he said, was the desire to become a serviceman and obtain Russian citizenship. The family knew about his intentions to go to Russia, but he officially left as a tourist. He said that he was trained in the temporary occupied territory of Luhansk as part of a group consisting of Chinese citizens, noting that some members of the group had problems with law in China. The training included basic military skills and was conducted without an interpreter, using gestures and a mobile phone for translation. Due to the language barrier, he did not fully orient himself during assault operations. During the battle, the group suffered losses and, unable to continue resistance, decided to surrender. A photo of the passport of one of the Chinese captured in Donbass was also published online. The authenticity of the document was confirmed by a researcher at Peking University. The latter said the passport was issued in a Chinese province where he himself is from. So if you ever wanted to be a Chinese person, there you go. There's your passport to steal. No, don't do that. You don't want to do that, trust me. Ask us in the blue team at Rick's Discord. Okay. Armed forces of Ukraine hit 2 enemy Panzer SAMs units at one time. The cost of each is about 14 million USD. Here's the video from the 429th. Taking out some SAMs. Oh. Oh, short but sweet. And If you folks remember this video from yesterday, I found the reason. The Ukrainian athlete who won bronze at the Youth Karate League in Guadalajara refused to take a podium photo with the Russian competitor. The Russian competitor competed as a neutral athlete. BNR trolling. We're not there. A snippet of 22-day immersion in the BNR. Basically, update from Madhyar.
Вон, короче, дрон въебал сейчас. Ну, не сейчас, минут 10-15 назад. Горит. Горит. Дрон въебал сейчас. Ну, не сейчас, минут 10-15 назад. Горит. Горит. Дрон въебал сейчас. Ну, не сейчас, минут 10-15 назад.
This music has some definite, like, 70s funk vibe to it.
Горит. Горит. Дрон въебал сейчас. Ну, не сейчас, минут 10-15 назад. Горит.
Все небо озарилось.
Горит.
Я в шоке.
Дрон въебал сейчас.
Господи, как же это страшно.
Ну, не сейчас, минут 10-15 назад.
I like that song. I like those numbers too. Another video from Third Assault on medical training. Here's a small update from them. Okay, the big thing with the FPV controllers or pilots, there's more training than you think. The biggest thing is, having the virtual reality goggles on. There are simulators out there. I'll have to see if I can locate one, and I'll probably try to do that while you guys are watching this video.
Ми організували курс CLS, тобто для бійців-рятувальників.
більш такі для звичайних бійців, які мають гарно вміти користувати своєю аптечкою. Намагаємося робити часто. Є у нас багато курсів, які виїзні курси, тобто це більше для медиків саме CMC. Першу потребу забирають бойові підрозділи, які саме виконують задачі на ЛБЗ, а їм більше було пріоритету, більше місць було.
Ми є волонтерською організацією, громадським об'єднанням, яка проводить курси з тактичної медицини для наших військових на безоплатній основі. Завжди приємно працювати з людьми мотивованими, з людьми, які розуміють, що вони роблять, де вони знаходяться. Це курс рівня CLS TC3 для людей з розширеними можливостями, з розширеними повноваженнями, знаннями, навичками, які можуть надати допомогу пораненим безпосередньо на полі бою і пізніше при тактичній евакуації і так далі.
Корисними були вони для тих, хто вже проходив якісь курси, по типу марч, для бійців, які пройшли без ЛВП. Тут проходиться той самий марч, тільки більш розширено, з більшим функціоналом і більш чіткий протокол TCCC і завершений цикл, скажімо так, з заповненням картки пораненого, з доповідями бойовому медику, з передачі запросу новака і так далі. Після проходження цих курсів я вважаю себе більш компетентним в наданні домедичної допомоги пораненим.
Я зараз можу зрозуміти, що в мене були певні пробіли або певна непослідовність певних дій. Хоч, по суті, допомога виявилася ефективною, але можна було б краще. На цих курсах мені сподобалося, що дуже багато різних практичних станцій і дуже багато тренажерів, таких, яких в мене не було, наприклад, там лобова декомпресія, зазвичай невелика кількість тренажерів є в наявності, а тут їх було багато і можна було потренуватися і знайти місце, і проколоти пальпацію провести, там знайти по відчуттям це місце. І саме із тренажерів це теж тампонада.
And the last video I have set aside for tonight is from K2 in service direction. For the occupier, going on an assault is like buying a one-way ticket. The landings are destroying the enemies in the service direction. You know it's bad when they blur it. The occupant tries to get medical help but remains in this trench forever. Ukraine has fulfilled 81% of its commitments under the EU Association Agreement. Announced by the Prime Minister after the 10th Ukraine EU Association Council meeting. He highlighted significant progress in intellectual property, education, information exchange, humanitarian policy, justice. I was reading that. Public procurement and national security. National security, where Ukraine has completed over 90% of its obligations. So Ukraine is almost into the EU. Ukraine is ready to buy a large package of U.S. weapons, Zelensky said during a meeting with journalists. Technical negotiations on minerals agreement to be held in Washington April 11th and 12th. This is the first meeting at which they plan to work out the main principles of the agreement. I think Trump is irritated that Putin is not fulfilling what he promised. In Kharkiv and Sumy regions, the Russians will continue to make attempts to attack. The steps regarding the Belgorod direction are correct in order to force the Russians not to make a single fist in either the Kharkiv or Sumy directions. China officially knew about the participation of its citizens in the war against Ukraine. Ukraine can exchange captured Chinese citizens, but only for Ukrainian defenders in Russian captivity. So it looks like talks went well with the Chinese counterparts. 11 updates from Operational ZCU. Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Ukraine issued an order according to which the Supreme Administrative Court is conducting an investigation into the fact of the conscription of the former head of the state. Oh, geez, that's a lot of the. So somebody got conscripted and they're making sure it's legal. Geez. I can't say for sure because I didn't read what was below, but I'm pretty sure Russian anti-air can't shoot for shit. Near Moscow at night, the enemy fired on an unknown helicopter type object. So yeah, Russian air defense can't shoot for shit. According to the report of the Russian Ministry of Defense, 42 UAVs were shot down. One of them in Moscow Oblast. What kind of drone was fired at in its is currently unknown. Particularly stubborn enemies claim that it could even be an optical illusion. Yeah, with all those misses. Oh, I need to forward that. The attack by the Sheeds at night has consequences in Kiev. Donetsky and Holosivsky districts of the city. Private houses and cars were damaged. In addition, an outbuilding was completely destroyed. 2 women were slightly injured and did not require hospitalization. A fire broke out in a warehouse in the Holosivsky district, as well as a result of the the fire was extinct. Dang it. So, images from Kiev this morning. And we're getting into the updates coming out for 8 o'clock this morning in Ukraine. We covered all that. No other updates for tonight. So I get to call it a night before. Oh, never mind. It's tomorrow. So, and we can see Kharkiv and Zaporizhia coming under air alert again 6 minutes ago and 20 minutes ago. Sorry, I did not notice that earlier. One more check-in on the Easter Pisanki fundraiser with Chungus and myself. We are well over the halfway point. 6,305 euros with 131 donations. I appreciate each and every one of your donations. So no new donations since the last time I looked, but I'm going to go back through and say thank you for everybody's donation today. Warren Jacobs, Anonymous, Jamie, Anonymous, Steve Sane, Kurt, thank you so much, Anonymous. And that is all the new donations today. Again, 695 euros from the next day of torture. Torture Canty's stomach. Hopefully we'll see you there. Take a quick look at the main campaign. 848 donations. 74,576 euros. The main donation page, we're not halfway to the goal yet for the main page. Ukraine Matters, 18,914. Sucumima is second place, 12,551. Mercado Media, I think that's funny, 1106. My birthday. And Renegade Chungus and Canty Ludin, fourth place. One of the smallest communities teaming up together. Well, 2 of the smallest communities teaming up together and knocking it out of the park. Rick Ukrainian, 600 behind us. It's close, but he's gonna destroy us come Sunday. Silicon Curtain, ATP Geopolitics, The Shills, Tanya Fiona, Baba Yaga Fella, PSO1, Phil Ipner, Rudy Acosta Jr., The Soy Pill, War Translated, Laser Pig, and Eric. Big group of us all working together to get these 20 trucks for the front lines. I appreciate everybody working and helping Ukraine. Thank you so much. And with that, I will say good night. Thank you for coming to the stream. Please hit the like if you haven't. Share the video, share if you can. And keep supporting Ukraine. Have a good night. Stay safe, everybody. And I'll see you next time.